introduce yourself for we all know who you are, but...
Hi, I'm Vilas Annavarapu, and I have the pleasure of serving as your 48th Youth Governor.
And what is your opinion on being Youth Governor now?
Well, it's definitely enthralling, a little exhausting, but it's such a rewarding experience. As my Chief of Staff and I have gotten the opportunity to go from committee to committee, I'm just so impressed by the caliber of debate and discussion, and it's so incredibly rewarding to see that these are the kids who will lead Delaware in the future. And I guess it's very easy to become even depressed, I would say, about the state of our national political system because of the gridlock and lack of debate and lack of meaningful discussion. But when I come to youth and government, all of that goes away because I see a group of kids who are really dedicated, who are really passionate, and care about improving the lives of Delawareans.
So what are your plans for the 3-day conference in April?
So we've implemented a lot of really wonderful changes, and I'm excited to see how they'll play out. So as I noted in my opening address, we're removing bill ranking. So this essentially frees up 3 more hours of time for debate, and we think it's important to set a standard that we're going to do our very, very best to make sure every single bill that people have worked so hard on leading up to this conference has an opportunity to be heard. And I think by removing bill ranking, we have an opportunity, a wonderful opportunity to do so. Also, I'm really excited about the Joint Finance Committee. Essentially what it is one delegate from each delegation comes together and meets 3 times over the weekend, and they're given a dollar amount for their budget, and they have to allocate it among different grant and aid programs. Delaware has never had a budget, a youth budget before, and I think that's a missing part of what we do as a mock legislature. And when I ran, I promised to make our conference a lot more comparable to actual model legislature. So I hope that creating a budget will inspire people to learn a little bit more about the fiscal aspects of government, and actually we have an opportunity to pass that budget, so all the delegates will be involved in that process.
So since you just talked about some changes that you were making, are there any other changes that you're going to be making compared to what Jared Wilson did from last year?
For sure. I think 4 years ago our judicial program started, and it was in its infancy, but as you can tell now, just by the number of delegates, it's grown to become so much more of a program, which is why I think Chief Justice Strickland and I have done a really great job of doing our best to bridge the gap between the judicial and legislative programs. Like I noted in my opening address, the Attorney General position serves as that bridge. Vinay Kasat will advise me on matters of constitutionality, and during judicial review in the Kent County Courthouse, he will argue the state side of the bill being reviewed. At the same time, he acts as an attorney and a judicial delegate. So he has the opportunity to kind of balance these 2 different distinct but very incredible programs. So I'm very excited to see how that will play out.
We didn't talk about this much in the opening ceremony, but I heard that there was a fundraiser, like the book drive type thing. Could you talk about that a little?
Absolutely, yeah, and thank you for bringing that up because I'm really excited that we're doing this project. Governor Wilson started a service project because he understood what it meant to give back to our society and give back to our community, and I really hope to build on that. So the book drive, what it does is it encourages all delegations to donate and collect as many books, especially teenage books, books for teenagers and books for kids, so that we can fill YMCA libraries with them, and students have an opportunity to read books that they may not have always had a chance to read. So with this book drive, I hope that we as a community, as a youth and government community, have an opportunity to help other kids who really want the best education possible.
And last question, do you plan on pursuing politics and government after you graduate? Yeah,
absolutely. I'm kind of a political nerd, so my friends are probably tired of me talking about politics all the time, but we're at Youth and Government, so I get to talk about that nonstop. But yes, for sure, I want to pursue international relations and economics in college, and hopefully in the long run for office. So this was a good way to see if maybe that would be feasible or not.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.